So my next beautiful speaker is Katie Kruse, who is an author and a life and wellness coach, best-selling author.
Oh, wow. I'm so excited to be here tonight, and I just want to start off by saying I'm so grateful. Thank you all for coming out and supporting the launch of Becoming Happy, and thank you to Kim, especially for putting this whole event together and allowing me to be a part of this book project, being my coach for many years and inspiring me to open my first salon and just really step outside of my comfort zone and honestly have the courage to be here tonight. So thank you so much, Kim, and for being an inspiration to, I'm sure, so many people in this room. I'm sure that most of you are here tonight in support of someone that you love. But maybe you're here because you saw the book title and you thought to yourself, I want to become happy. And in that case, thank you extra, because kind, happy people that do the work make this experience that we call life far more joyous. I had the honor last night of getting to know all of the other authors of Becoming Happy. And after talking with them and getting to know them, I am so much more excited about this book now than I could have ever imagined. I have to be honest with you all, though. I didn't want to do this tonight. I didn't want to take the stage and be here in front of you all speaking and put myself in this vulnerable position. Throughout the course of this year, every time I thought about this speech, I actually had a loss of words. Because for a topic that I thought I was a so-called expert at, I was afraid of being an imposter in front of you all and not being able to share my truth. Of course, public speaking can be challenging, but more than the typical fears, my greatest fear of all was that I was going to freeze and I wasn't going to say all the things that were on my heart. For the first time in my career, I found myself Googling things like, what is a soul? And facts about the mind-body-soul connection. And I knew that I could research all I wanted, but the only way to truly rebuild my own connection between my mind, body, and soul was to take action on all that I was researching. It's not always easy to put yourself out there, to be courageous and to go after the thing that you really want for your life. Confidence comes from courage, and for myself and most people, courage tends to just dissipate when we're not feeling our best. The universe has a funny way of helping us become better at the things that we decide we're experts in. The author and therapist Tori Cole said, "We often choose to teach the things that we most need to learn." So how did I get the courage to be here tonight? To stand in front of you all and take the stage and be the fullest version of myself? I had to learn how to accept myself fully. I had to learn how to love myself and be okay with where I was at. I had to trust that the right words would come to me at the right time, and thankfully they did. I had to be very conscious of what I was consuming, physically, visually, and verbally. I had to commit to daily workouts and movement, even when I didn't feel like it. I had to celebrate my wins, big and small, and I had to take things one day at a time, and sometimes 1 hour at a time. We have to understand what we're made of. We are just a body with a mind being observed and expressed by our soul. And our time here on this earth is temporary, so it's time that we make the most out of it. One of the best ways to get back on track for me has always been journaling and getting clear on how my time is being spent. Practicing gratitude and daily self-talks will not only shift your mindset, but it will help make your manifestations become your reality. Getting clear on where your time is being spent is essential to success and progression. So we all have the same 24 hours in a day. It's how we choose to spend it that dictates our future. Getting back into my flow and finding the courage to be here tonight came from going back to the basics. I had to coach myself. What would I tell myself to focus on or write about? By doing that, I ended up creating better systems, which helped me and then in turn helped my clients. Our hardships are our greatest teachers. And when we overcome them, we have the better ability to share what we've learned. I want you guys to think for a moment of somebody that's really inspired you, somebody that's done something very brave. They seem whole, balanced, and like they've got it all figured out. Maybe it's a podcast host, maybe it's a celebrity, maybe it's Kim, maybe it's a friend. Now I want you to, for a moment, imagine that they didn't put themselves out there. They didn't have the courage to share their story with you. They weren't brave enough to just be bold and go after the thing that they really wanted. Where would you be today without their influence in your life? Your story can and it will do that same thing for someone else too. So choose to be brave. Choose to go after your goals. If you guys are seeking better connection between your mind, body, and soul, this book is going to give you just that. I promise it. I read it front to back. It's incredible. I'm really honored to be a part of this project. I have to be honest. In my chapter, I give tips and tricks on how to recreate and rebuild harmony in your life. Because over the course of this past year, that's the hard lesson that I had to learn. But tonight, I'll leave you with this. You've got one shot at this life of yours, and to experience it to its fullest is the greatest blessing that you can give yourself. You deserve to be aligned and at peace. I hope that you guys have a wonderful evening. Thank you so much for coming out and supporting the book. You guys can find me online at CoachKatieKruse.com. I'm also on Instagram and TikTok at Coach Katie Kruse. So. Shout out. Thank you.